And we continue our conversation about Robinson boys lacrosse as we now join on set by Johnny Daniel, the attack man for the Rams. Of course, Matt Curran still with us. And Johnny, thanks for being with us as well. I want to start with this. Did my research, and I found a quote talking about you talking to a reporter about seeing your teammates crying when you were a freshman after getting knocked out of the playoffs. How much of an imprint did that make on you as a young player to say, I don't really want to go through this again when I get up as an upperclassman? Did it kind of drive you a little bit extra to kind of find that extra something maybe?
Yes. It really made the entire impact on me for the rest of my career at Robinson. I mean, it was an honor to be on the team as a freshman and to play with these older guys and to see them at the end of the season that distraught really motivated me to make sure that never happened again. And I thought that Austin and I were best buds, and I thought that we could help do that for the rest of the 3 years that we had.
Yeah, and obviously you did it very well with the 3 straight state championships. Coach, talk about these two guys. Obviously they're leaders for you, they're great players for you as well. What have they brought to the program in their years here with Robinson?
Well, they've I don't know where to start with these guys. They brought up a ton. Both of them were varsity players as freshmen. Both of these guys I've known for a long time, I think since they were in 7th grade. They've just brought a character to the team. They're both phenomenal guys on the field and off the field. The camaraderie of the team, especially this year, was really driven by these guys. I mean, he's not joking when they say they're best buds. They are. They're best friends. They're going to VMI together. They hang out together all the time, as do a lot of the guys on the team. That goes a long way, I think, in building the culture of the team, and then building on success is working together on the field, but also being good friends and having each other's back off the field.
Most definitely. Now, I want to ask you a little bit about something. Obviously, you bring good coaching to the table, but also you're a guy, I'm sure you have a little influence on your schedule. You guys played Landon this year. It's a powerhouse lacrosse private school. Obviously, you guys are a public school, but a darn good one. Games like that, why do you schedule them, and what do they bring to your program?
Well, so if you look at the timing of that, we've played them early on in the season, and I like playing them later in the season. We were able to find a spot at the end of our regular season. We had finished playing all our district opponents. It was right before the playoffs. I wanted to basically use that as an opportunity to build ourselves, to learn as a team. So playing Landon, they're extremely well coached. They're extremely talented. I don't really, regardless of the outcome, if we went in there and played well and recognized how we needed to play in the playoffs, if we could play like we did against those guys. And we used that going forward, especially offensively. We scored 12 goals in that game. So it was something that our offense could look at and say, you know what, if we can do that against a team like Landon, I feel like we can do that against anybody. And so it's a little bit of a crapshoot, because maybe you go in and you don't score 12 goals. Maybe it's terrible. Like in 2014, we lost 14-1.
That's terrible.
But it's always going to be a learning experience, whether it's we never want to go through that again, or if we can do that against Landon, we can do it against anyone.
How did you feel in that game, Johnny, playing against a team like Landon? Did you feel your guys got up for that game with the whole private school versus public school thing?
I mean, yeah, most of the underclassmen all play clubs like VLC or Madlax or whatever, and so they're used to playing with these private school kids, and it was kind of all of our opportunity to show them that they're not better than us because they go to a private school. They won, but I mean, we played really, really well, and that kind of let everybody, especially people like Reed Scarborough and Holden Patterson, 2 sophomores, let them come out of their shell and really establish who they truly were for the team and their threats, for sure.
We asked Austin earlier, playing with you, I'm going to turn around on you, playing with Austin, what does it bring to your game? Is there a little friendly rivalry between you two when it comes to scoring goals?
Not really scoring goals. Our rivalry is more who can get more assists, and I'm destroying him in that I don't know, how many assists does he have? Like 14?
13.
In his career. Yeah, that's
13
career.
is
He had
his
4
career.
this year.
I think I had like 25 assists to him in my sophomore year, and that's honestly like the way that I like it. I like playing with Austin because whenever I can't get a shot off, or like get a good enough step on my man, I can bounce out, and Austin is usually there for a nice shot, and he does what he does, you know.
Going to wrap this up with you, Coach Curran. 3 championships. We kind of asked it before. Where does the Rams program go from here? How do you kind of refocus these guys moving forward to keep this thing going and fight complacency?
Yeah, the good news is that the guys that we have coming back are extremely competitive. These guys here have left a legacy. And, you look at gentlemen like Joe Otero and Liam Curran and Reed Scarborough and Declan Connolly, Holden Patterson, Nick Roulette. These guys are competitors. And so the last thing that they want to do is let these guys down. So we have a lot still left. Obviously, we have to replace some excellent players like Johnny and Austin, Danny Krug, Eric Scales. But we do have some young guys coming up, and so I'm optimistic. I'm not going to promise anything. But I feel good about our chances of being successful again in 2017.
No. Matt Curran, Johnny Daniel, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations on another state championship.
Thank you so much.
We pause now to remember the life of Dennis Stewart, whose impact on the sport of lacrosse can be felt across the DMV. Stewart was serving as the Director of Operations for Triple Edge Lacrosse at the time of his passing, and we here at DMV Stream would like to send our sincere condolences to Dennis's family and loved ones.